Have you ever felt that something big is waiting for you, but for some reason, it never arrives? Maybe you've tried positive thinking, sticking images on the wall, repeating affirmations, and still, reality insists on staying the same. Before any technique can work, you need to understand this. There's an invisible, silent error that sabotages 99% of all attempts to manifest a new reality. And the scariest part? It looks harmless. You wake up, think positively for a few minutes, imagine a different life, but deep down, you carry the same feeling of, it's not mine yet. That subtle feeling of separation acts like a code that says to the universe, I'm not ready. And while that doesn't change, no image on your wall will become real. Stay with me until the end, because today you'll discover how to change that code in a simple, deep, and powerful way. Joe Vitale popularized the famous vision board, a panel filled with images of your desires. And yes, it works, but only if you understand the soul behind the technique. What if I told you there's a more intimate, visceral way, one that's much more aligned with your true energetic field, and that very few people know how to use correctly? Today, you're going to learn a quiet, yet incredibly powerful practice that might be the exact turning point your unconscious mind needs to finally deliver what you've been searching for. At the heart of visualization, it's not the image that matters, it's the feeling it awakens within you. When Vitale talked about the vision board, the intention was clear: to provoke emotion every time you saw what you desired. But what almost no one notices is that the power isn't in the images, but in rewriting the internal script that runs silently in your mind every day. The subconscious mind doesn't understand words without emotion. It responds to symbols filled with meaning. That's why, instead of only creating an external mural, you need to create an internal ritual. One of the most damaging mistakes is trying to visualize everything at once: money, relationships, a house, travel, career success, all at the same time, every day. What's the result? A mental entanglement where nothing manifests because your energy is too scattered to create form. It's like trying to light a fire with 1,000 sparks flying in opposite directions. Nothing catches flame. That's why I want to introduce you to a more focused, deeper method that speaks directly to your subconscious, the Conscious Manifestation Journal. Imagine a notebook that becomes a mirror of your inner world. In it, you choose one single desire at a time. On one page, you draw that desire, describe it with vivid detail, and write the reason why it truly matters to you. Not to your ego, but to your soul. This process transforms a loose idea into a vibrational symbol, coded with emotion, clarity, and intention. There is a moment, and it's real, when your vibration shifts and reality starts to bend. It's not when you wish, and it's not when you write. It's when something inside you starts to believe differently. It's like a new energetic identity installs itself. And in that instant, the quantum field around you reorganizes. Most people wait for results to believe, but true manifestors do the opposite. They believe so deeply that the world has no choice but to mirror them. That's why the Conscious Manifestation Journal isn't just writing. It's a vibrational activation that changes how the universe responds to you. Neuroscience has already revealed we have about 70,000 thoughts a day. And the most alarming part, the vast majority are negative, repetitive, and unconscious. Every day, without noticing, you might be programming your mind to stay exactly where it is, even while desiring to move forward. And the key to change lies in emotional repetition. The manifestation journal isn't just a diary, it's a vibrational reprogramming tool. Every time you visualize what you wrote, remember your emotional why and feel it as if it's already real. You send a new code to your subconscious mind. This targeted repetition begins to replace limiting patterns with mental images coherent with the reality you want to live. You may be wondering, does this really work? I've seen ordinary people who never studied the law of attraction apply this method with such deep sincerity that the results felt like miracles. One of them wrote about starting her own business, drew the storefront, pasted a draft logo, and described what she would feel on opening day. 3 months later, that store existed exactly as in the journal. Another example, a young man wrote about reconnecting with his father after years. He drew the scene of the hug, described the smell, the words, the quiet tears. Not long after, without planning anything, they met again, or rather, by synchronicity. When you write with truth, visualize with presence, and repeat with emotion, reality responds. There's a point where technique and magic meet, where your conscious mind decides, but it's your vibrational field that creates. All true manifestation begins when you stop acting like someone waiting to receive and start behaving like someone who already is what they desire. You don't need to force the universe. You simply need to align with what already exists on a higher plane. And that is just waiting for you to arrive. And the journal is that portal. It's the place where you code your new reality until it stops being future and becomes inevitable. You're not here by accident. If you've made it this far, it's because your soul is looking for a new path. And that path begins with one simple choice. Stop wishing with your mind. Start manifesting with your heart. Start your conscious manifestation journal today. Choose one single desire. Visualize it. Write it. Feel it. Repeat. And let the universe do the rest. If this message touched you, subscribe to the channel now and share in the comments what will be the first thing you'll manifest in your journal.